on that one.
Macias looks down to Coach Ashcraft at third base, gets the sign, steps in the box. Smith looks at his catcher, gets the sign. He's set, delivers. Breaking ball. Nice break, but high.
Yeah, just couldn't snap it off. Keeps it up high in the zone. So hitters count here, I believe.
3-1.
Yeah, 3-1. So Macias in a groove spot here with 2 runners on. Doesn't need to be chasing any bad pitches, certainly.
Smith gets the sign from Clark, delivers a fastball down the middle for strike 2, full count.
Good recovery by Smith, bringing that pitch down low and into the zone, just above the knees, but right over the middle of the plate. So with a full count, we'll see what Blue Ridge can do here with 2 runners on.
Smith delivers a base hit up the middle. The runner is rounding third base. Here comes the throw to third. They're going to try to cut the runner at third. And the throw is too late. Verdugo scores to tie the score at 1. Vitale advances to third base on Macias' base hit up the middle.
Garrett Means, the center fielder, picking that ball up off the grass in the outfield. And as you say, turns to throw and setting in the cut towards home. Elects to go to third. You know, had the throw been on target, I think they would have had a shot at the runner, but pulls Logan Barton off third base to the outfield side, allowing the Blue Ridge runner to come in standing up. So now we have first and third for Blue Ridge, no outs. 1 out.
1 out. Tyler Lang, the senior pitcher at the plate for the Yellow Jackets. Smith gets the signal from Clark, delivers. Strike 1.
Well, Tyler shaking his head on that pitch, painted the outside outside corner of the plate. But the catcher, Bradley Clark, doing a great job of framing it.
Clark does a good
Gets the
job.
strike call. He sure does.
Big, strong kid, not afraid to put his body in front of the ball. Lang squares to bunt. Bunt's foul. Looked like they had a squeeze coming.
Yeah,
Vitale was hustling down the line.
Yeah, they definitely had the squeeze on. Runner goes as soon as the pitch goes, and Lang, that was a high fastball, so that's a tough pitch to put down. And as you say, he just hit the bottom half, fouls it off on the third base side. So aggressive base running there, aggressive hitting and base running by the Jackets early in this game.
0-2 count. Lang steps into the box. Cade sets, delivers. Ball 1. He held up. He wanted that pitch for a second. He was able to hold up.
Yeah, took a lot of speed off that pitch, did Cade Smith, but started it out kind of on the outside half of the plate, ends up breaking way out of the zone. So good piece of hitting there by Lang, staying off.
Lang swings and misses for strike 3. Clark throws out the runner at third base for a double play.
Outstanding play again. Bradley Clark seeing that big lead by the runner on third. Wastes no time. As soon as he catches, just fires right over the top of his head to the third baseman for an easy tag out.
You're listening to Show Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 FM and on the internet at iTalk1067.com.
And there's the kick. It's a low line drive, kicking it up across the 20. He's got some room with the 25, hammered down at the 30.
Are you a sports fan and business owner? You don't want to pass this up. White Mountain Youth Productions brings you local high school sports produced by high school students.
Gonna go deep, and it's caught. Unbelievable.
Your tax-deductible sponsorship keeps us up and running and gets you noticed.
And he'll gallop into the end zone.
Call 928-532-4160.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car, their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overgard, and Show Low.
This is my town. Show Low is football and party town, especially when you show up at Show Low Ford's Great American Tailgate event. Even if you just got your license, show up for the lowest price and longest warranty. Brand new Fords, all with our lifetime engine warranty. Not 3 years or 6, not 10 years or 100,000 miles. No way. Our warranty is forever. Come into Show Low Ford this week. Take delivery of a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle. New 2014 Ford F-150 Super Cruise, just $30,495. New 2014 Ford Focus SE, just $19,995. Or new 2014 Ford Fiestas, $13,995. Plus, every new Show Low Ford truck comes ready to tailgate with a Yeti cooler. Show Low Ford's Great American Tailgate event. It's party time at the east end of the Deuce. Oh, this is my town.
With Dustin Gaskell at second base with 2 down. Lang sets. Looks back. Goes to the plate, delivers. Ground ball up the middle. Shortstop Spencer Hall cuts it off, makes a throw to first base. First baseman comes off the bag, pulls his foot.
As you say, that was a tough play to be made by Spencer Hall. He has to travel all the way over, just over the top of second base to field that ball. And while he's still, momentum is carrying him out to the outfield, makes the throw to first. But in doing so, pulls Antonio Sanchez off the bag. So the runner at first safe, that moves number 1 for Show Low, Dustin Gaskill to third base.
At the plate now, we have Chandler Nicholas, the DH for Show Low. First pitch delivered for a strike.
Trying to get our numbers fixed here. Also, apologies on the connection. We've had internet connection problems, but hopefully we've got those straightened out now.
Lang sets, delivers to Nicholas. Ball outside. Ball 2. Correction, 1-1.
You know, we talked earlier, Greg, about Blue Ridge being able to get runners on early in their innings, their first couple of innings, and you know you got to credit Show Low. They also have been doing a good job of getting runners on and keeping the pressure on this Blue Ridge defense.
They have. Jerem Fawcett hit a shot to center field, 1 hop to the fence over Verdugo's head, got the double, and then on the comeback to the mound by Gaskill, Fawcett gets caught in a rundown and ends up getting thrown out at second base for the second out of the inning. Nicholas hits the ball to the left side. Cotto fields it up and throws across the diamond for the third out. Out number 3.
So the play that Blue Ridge is looking for, just a 5-3 fielding play. Good job by Cotto.
You're listening to Show Low Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 FM and streaming live on the internet at iTalk1067.com.
And there's the kick. It's a low line drive, kicked up across the 20. He's got some room with the 25, hammered down at the 30.
Are you a sports fan and business owner? You don't want to pass this up. White Mountain Youth Productions brings you local high school sports produced by high school students.
Gonna go deep, and it's caught. Unbelievable.
Your tax-deductible sponsorship keeps us up and running and gets you noticed.
And he'll gallop into the end zone.
Call 928-532-4160.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car, their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Show Low.
My friend Alex was diagnosed with cancer, so I put on a concert with tons of other kids so they could help raise money and lift his spirits.
It's a very good feeling to volunteer.
Kids can really make a difference.
Helping other people in my community.
To do something bigger than myself.
Start at a young age and keep promoting the spirit of volunteerism as you go throughout your life.
Young students make a big difference when they volunteer. Encourage them to learn more about the Prudential Spirit of Community Awards. Visit spirit.prudential.com.
Show Low is football and party town, especially when you show up at Show Low Ford's Great American Tailgate event. Even if you just got your license, show up for the lowest price and longest warranty. Brand new Fords, all with our lifetime engine warranty. Not 3 years or 6, not 10 years or 100,000 miles. No way. Our warranty is forever. Come into Show Low Ford this week. Take delivery of a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle. New 2014 Ford F-150 Super Cruise, just $30,495. New 2014 Ford Focus SE, just $19,995. Or new 2014 Ford Fiestas, $13,995. Plus, every new Show Low Ford truck comes ready to tailgate with a Yeti cooler. Show Low Ford's Great American Tailgate event. It's party time at the east end of the Deuce.
Oh, this is my town.
And there's the kick. It's a low line drive, kicked up across the 20. He's got some room with the 25, hammered down at the 30.
Are you a sports fan and business owner? You don't want to pass this up. White Mountain Youth Productions brings you local high school sports produced by high school students.
Gonna go deep, and it's caught. Unbelievable.
Your tax-deductible sponsorship keeps us up and running and gets you noticed.
And he'll gallop into the end zone.
Call 928-532-4160.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car, their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Show Low.
And there's the kick. It's a low line drive, taking it up across the 20. It's got some room with the 25, hammered down at the 30.
Are you a sports fan and business owner? You don't want to pass this up. White Mountain Youth Productions brings you local high school sports produced by high school students.
Gonna go deep, and it's caught. Unbelievable.
Your tax-deductible sponsorship keeps us up and running.
Leading off the top of the third, bottom of the third, Jace Brewer, a senior, second baseman for Show Low. Tyler Lang is on the mound. Dallin Sargent behind the plate. Brewer sees the first pitch low for ball 1. Last time at bat, Brewer hit a shot out to the left center gap for a single. Senior right fielder. Lang is on the mound for Blue Ridge. He sets, delivers, and a hit up the middle, a bouncer. Hall comes across, cuts it off, throw to first base, safe, not in time. Brewer legs it out for a single. Great effort by Spencer Hall to cut that off, but Brewer just legs it out, never gives up, and ends up getting an infield hit. Brewer 2 for 2 on the day. Stepping up to the plate, number 6, Garrett Means, the senior center fielder for the Cougars. Bottom of the third inning, 1-1. Means steps into the box, digs in. Lang looks at first base. Looks into the catcher for a signal, sets. The delivery in the dirt. Sargent blocks the pitch, makes a throw to second base on the stolen base attempt. And Brewer is in safe for a stolen base. Ball 1 on Means, who is the batter. Sargent had a hard time with that. Ball was in the dirt. He was able to block it. But the runner, Jace Brewer, was on the go and almost had to make a perfect throw, and the throw was wide to the third base side. Means steps back into the box. Lang looks for the signal from the catcher. Delivers. Means squares the bunt, bunts it up the right side. Lang fields it. Throws out the runner at first base for the first out, allowing Brewer to advance to third base. Great bunt by Garrett Means. Coming to the plate, Sam Tate, senior shortstop for the Cougars. Jace Brewer at third base. Lang steps on the mound. Tate steps into the box. Sargent gives him the signal. Lang sets, delivers. Strike 1 to Sam Tate. One out. Batter at the plate is Sam Tate. Jace Brewer at third. Lang sets, delivers to the plate. A pop-up to the right side. Sanchez is under it. Drifting. Not able to hold on to it in foul territory. Looks like that wind may have played a little bit of a factor there, Punt.
Yeah, so the wind today, initially when we first got here was blowing out from home plate right out into dead center. Now we're looking from like the third base side to the first base side. And you can see Antonio, he got underneath it fine, but had to drift back out towards the outfield. And that's tough to do. Running backwards on those spinning foul balls is tough duty. And that one, he's able to get the mid on it, but it just popped right out.
0-2 to Tate. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brewer, the runner at third. Tate, the batter. 1 out. Bottom of the third inning, 1-1.
Tyler Lang, the pitcher for Blue Ridge here, doesn't, certainly not in a position where he wants to lose this hitter.
Ball 2, low and inside.
We got a runner on third already with just 1 out. And, he's going to – Sam Tate, of course, is one of the better hitters for Show Low. You don't want to do anything stupid, throwing stuff fat over the middle of the plate. But at the same time, sure would like to keep him off the base if you're a Blue Ridge Yellow Jacket right now.
The pitch to Tate. Grounds it to the shortstop. Spencer Hall looks the runner back at third, throws across the diamond, gets the out at first base for out number 2. Able to hold the runner at third.
Good job by Spencer. Hit right to him, but as you say, looks down that third, the runner on third to hold him. Little bit of a low throw, but credit Antonio Sanchez making up on that missed catch on the foul ball, able to dig that one out of the dirt a little bit. So good play by both infielders for the Jackets.
Junior catcher for the Cougars, Bradley Clark, stepping into the box from the left side. Has a little bit of an open stance here. Looking down Lang as Lang looks for a signal. Sets, delivers. And Clark drives it down the right field line, scoring the run. Cougars 2, Blue Ridge 1, bottom of third inning. Clark with a hard hit single down the line. Great job at bat by Clark.
Outstanding hitting. First pitch fastball over the inside half of the plate. But Clark just turns on it. And as you say, just drives it right over the first baseman. So an easy RBI there for Clark. Good piece of hitting by him to put the Cougars up 2-1 here in the third.
The Yellow Jacket catcher, Dallin Sargent, asks the plate umpire for time. Goes out to talk to his pitcher, Tyler Lang. Sargent starting today in place of Tyler Burgess, who, while catching the other day in Payson, was hit by the batter and broke a bone in his wrist.
Yeah, amazing. I had a chance to talk to McKay before the game because I was wondering why he wasn't suited up, and he explained to me what happened, and that's kind of an odd incident to have happen. It does happen, of course, but pretty rare.
We got Jake Tate, number 20, coming in as a courtesy runner for Clark at first base. Logan Barton, senior third baseman, steps in. Lang sets. And the pitch. Down the middle. Barton grounds it to shortstop. Spencer Hall, who flips over to Noah Gray for the third out of the inning. You're listening to Show Low Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 FM and streaming live on the internet at iTalk1067.com.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car, their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Show Low.
Welcome back to high school, ladies and gentlemen, for today's presentation of high school baseball presented by Show Low Ford. We're going in the top of the fourth inning with the home team, the Show Low Cougars, leading the visiting Yellow Jackets 2-1. Coming up for the Yellow Jackets will be senior first baseman Antonio Sanchez, who last time grounded out to third base. On the mound for the Cougars, we still have Cade Smith throwing to Bradley Clark, who's behind the plate. We'll go over the defensive setup for Show Low real quick. Out at third base, we have Logan Barton. Shortstop, Sam Tate. Dustin Gaskell at second base. Nick Reedhead at first. In the outfield, Jace Brewer in right. Garrett Means in center. And Jerem Fawcett in left.
You know, Greg, we were talking earlier about the wind. It could certainly be worse today considering the forecast for today, but not too terribly bad. But these temperatures are really dropping. It's getting quite cold out here. So something I'm sure these coaches are taking into consideration when they work these pitchers, especially when they're having them sit down in between innings.
Yeah, they get cold quick. On that pitch, talking about the wind, Smith delivers the first pitch to Sanchez, who pops it a mile in the air to shortstop, and Tate, drifting with the wind, is able to make the catch for the first out. Verdugo, the center fielder for the Yellow Jackets, steps in against Smith. First pitch, outside, ball one. When I saw that weather forecast today, I thought, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I brought my parka and everything else. I was ready.
Yeah, these games in the spring season up here can sometimes be pretty brutal, but all things considered, I had the same thought. I brought my snowsuit with me today, but actually not too bad this afternoon considering the forecast that they were throwing at us earlier.
Verdugo squares to bunt, ends up taking a strike to even the count at 1-1. Smith sets, delivers. Ball two, low and in the dirt. Smith is the starter, has worked all 3 innings so far. Going from the full windup, nobody on base. And the pitch. Verdugo fouls it off to the right side for strike 2. Verdugo, one of those guys that likes to use his speed to get on base.
Yeah, he's not bashful. Leads the club, or one of the leaders in the club for Blue Ridge with stolen bases this year. Someone you certainly want to keep off the bases if you can.
The pitch in the dirt for a full count.
Looks like a big change there from Smith. He's been doing a good job in these last couple of innings, moving the ball around a little bit more in the strike zone.
The pitch, foul ball, straight back.
Yeah, Verdugo wasn't sure on that one, but able to at least get the barrel on the ball to foul it off to stay alive here.
Yeah, foul it off until you find something you like. Smith delivers. Ball 4, walks Verdugo. Great at bat by Verdugo, making Smith throw several pitches.
Yep, and one of the guys, like we said earlier, you don't want to get on base if you can avoid it. Verdugo with his speed. And we'll see what Coach will do here with one out here in the 4th. Blue Ridge down 2-1.
Steve Vitale steps in for the Yellow Jackets. Last time he walked. The first pitch is outside. Verdugo way off the first base and comes back in sliding after the throw and safe.
Well, he took a walking lead off first, kind of a late lead as Smith was going into his windup, or his stretch, sorry, and never really stopped walking and went to a kind of a jog towards second, but the catcher, Clark, tries to throw him out, just not able to get it there quick enough. But Verdugo is not bashful. He'll take a big lead if you give it to him.
Smith, pick off to first base attempt, trying to keep Verdugo a little bit closer to give Clark a chance should he try to steal second base, and another pickoff attempt. Verdugo back in there.
A bit closer on that one. Verdugo again, of the longest lead we've seen at least today of both teams. And, Smith doing the right thing, trying to have him shorten his lead or at least make him think twice about getting a big jump.
Verdugo's off. Vitale, a check swing. Out into center field. Caught in right center for the out. Verdugo retreats back to first base. 2 down for the Cougars.
Well, that's a good pitch to be swinging at by Vitale. Did a good job, just hit it right to the center fielder. And Verdugo, of course, watching that play develop and able to get back first, no problem.
Garrett Means playing that wind just right. I mean, just took off at the crack of the bat and the wind pushing the ball, but Means was right there, no problem. DeAndre Johnson steps into the box with 2 outs, checks his swing and fouls it to the backstop for strike 1.
Yeah, that was a high pitch. As you say, Johnson just kind of shifts the barrel or the butt of the bat over the middle of the plate, but in doing so fouls it off. I'm not sure he was intending to do that, but big break for Smith on that pitch.
Smith pickoff attempt for Verdugo at first base. Verdugo's able to get back in safely. 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. The Cougars leading the Yellow Jackets 2-1. Johnson steps back in the box. Another pickoff attempt. And the ball gets by the first baseman. Verdugo is on his way to second base looking at the coach, and he's going to round it here. He goes to third base. The throw was cut off, and Verdugo is able to get to third base on the error.
Great speed by Verdugo to be able to get from first to third on that underthrow. But that was a well-timed pickoff by Smith. Caught Verdugo in between steps as he was taking his lead step out towards second. And had that throw been on the mark a little bit better, it would have been very close, maybe even got Verdugo. But just a low throw gets by the first baseman, Reedhead, allowing Verdugo to move to third.
Yeah, I think if that throw is able to be caught, I think Verdugo gets thrown out. The pitch to Johnson. He swings, a pop-up to the right side. Second baseman is under it and catches the pop fly for the 3rd out, leaving 1 stranded for the Yellow Jackets in the top of the 4th inning. You're listening to Shola Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 FM and streaming live on the internet at iTalk1067.com.
This is my town.
Sholo is football and party town, especially when you show up at Sholo Ford's Great American Tailgate event. Even if you just got your license, show up for the lowest price and longest warranty. Brand new Fords, all with our lifetime engine warranty. Not 3 years or 6, not 10 years or 100,000 miles. No way. Our warranty is forever. Come into Sholo Ford this week. Take delivery of a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle. New 2014 Ford F-150 Super Cruise, just $30,495. New 2014 Ford Focus SE, just $19,995. Or new 2014 Ford Fiestas, $13,995. Plus, every new Sholo Ford truck comes ready to tailgate with a Yeti cooler. Sholo Ford's Great American Tailgate event. It's party time at the east end of the Deuce.
Oh, this is my town.
Welcome back to Sholo High School. Sholo High School baseball playing the visiting Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Must be getting cold out there. Coach McNeil put on his sweatshirt to go to first base, so
Yeah,
it must be getting a little chilly.
These temps are definitely dropping.
At the plate for the Cougars, Jerem Fawcett. First pitch from Lang is grounded to the second baseman. Gray picks it up, throws to first for the first out. One pitch, one out. That's not a bad way to start an inning.
Well, quick start. You know, Fawcett wasting no time, gets that high fastball over the middle of the plate. Does a good job of driving it out, but hits it right to the second baseman, as you say, Gray. No problem fielding it and throwing the strike to Antonio Sanchez for the first out.
Number 1, Dustin Gaskell coming to the plate for the Cougars. Lang delivers. Ball 1, lone away. Lang throws from the stretch all the time.
Yeah.
With runners on base or not, he is from the stretch. He delivers.
Has
Inside
kind of
strike.
a sneaky sidearm delivery. Also hides the ball really well. It's hard to pick up from the plate. Has that weird sidearm delivery, but obviously works for him. So doing a good job. His pitch count getting up there a little bit too. We talked about Smith earlier.
Gaskell grounds to the shortstop. Hall picks it up, throws across the diamond. Out. Number 1. Correction, out number 2.
Spencer Hall again, very solid at shortstop. You know, he's been playing that position now. I think this is his 3rd year starting for the Jackets.
I believe
at the
so.
varsity level, so he's very familiar with that spot on the field and just doing a solid job again tonight here for the Jackets.
Nick Reedhead, the Cougar first baseman, steps into the box. Lang delivers the pitch. Reedhead swings at an inside pitch and gets a little blooper to fall in between the shortstop and the center fielder for a base hit.
Well, that pitch was low and inside, and he hit it solid as far as getting it over the infield, but not a lot of juice behind it. Looked like he kind of nibbed it off the end of the bat or something. Spencer Hall actually running back to try to see if he could make a play on it, but Verdugo in center playing deep enough to where he just could not get up to that ball. So a nice base hit dropping in there for Sholo with the runner on first.
It looks like a line drive in the book, punt. And the runner tries to steal second base. The throw.
Perfect.
Thrown out. Sargent throws out the runner at second base for out number 3. Ending the Cougars' threat in the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 FM and streaming live on the internet at iTalk1067.com.
And there's the kick. It's a low line drive, kicking it up across the 20. He's got some room with the 25, hammered down at the 30.
Are you a sports fan and business owner? You don't want to pass this up. White Mountain Youth Productions brings you local high school sports produced by high school students.
Gonna go deep, and it's caught. Unbelievable.
Your tax-deductible sponsorship keeps us up and running and gets you noticed.
And they'll gallop into the end zone.
Call 532-4160.
And we are back at the Diamond at Show Low High School. Coach Ashcraft out coaching, talking to the home plate umpire. Not sure what the conversation is about. Just the weather, how many games they've had. Who knows? Just a little conversation there.
Where they're going to eat after the game.
Anywhere that serves hot food right now.
Yeah, exactly. It is. You know, we keep talking about the weather, the big forecast today, potential snow up here in the mountains, and they were forecasting a lot of wind. We didn't get so much of the wind, but the temperatures definitely dropping. We're definitely in the 40s, maybe getting close to the high 30s now.
Going into the top of the 5th inning, Sholo is leading Blue Ridge 2-1. Macias for the Yellow Jackets steps up to the plate to lead off the inning. Cade Smith still on the mound for the Cougars. Coach Hathaway does have somebody going down to the bullpen to get loose. Not sure if it's a pitcher or just another kid getting ready to come into the game. Smith delivers 1-1 to Macias.
Macias in that DH spot has been doing a good job of getting the bat on the ball today. I think he had a hit earlier in the game to score a run.
Macias takes strike number 2 on the outside edge, batting from the left side of the plate. Steps back into the box. Cade gets his signal from Clark and delivers. Nice breaking pitch, just too far inside.
Yeah, started it over the middle part of the plate on that breaking pitch. Right-handed pitcher, of course, drifting back in towards the left-handed hitter. Macias doing a good job of just letting it go. Doing a great job is Macias and being selective with pitches today.
Fastball, Macias fouls it back. Count 2-2 on Macias. Top of the 5th inning. Cougars leading the Yellow Jackets 2-1. Macias steps back into the box. Smith delivers. Ball 3 high. Macias has been able to work the count full. Smith must be getting towards his pitch count limit, as Coach Hathaway looks like he does have somebody getting loose to possibly come in to relieve him.
And when Smith has been missing today, he's for the most part been missing high. But he's able to come back that time, puts a low fastball over the inside part of the plate, and getting Macias to swing and miss on that strike 3 count. So a good recovery there by Smith to get the out from Macias, who, you know, we'd mentioned earlier has been doing a good job of at least getting up there and hitting the ball today for the Jackets.
Coming to the top of the order, Tyler Lang for the Yellow Jackets squares to bunt, puts it down the third base side. Smith picks it up, throws to first. Lang beats it pretty easily. Nice bunt.
Can't get any better than that. I guess, you know, if you wanted to be really hypercritical, you could say maybe a little bit more towards the third base line, but that hit the gap perfectly, deadened the ball perfectly, and he's a quick runner. So a great job by Lang. First pitch, just drops it right down for the base hit.
Lang is 2 for 3 today with a strikeout. Lang at first base. Noah Gray steps to the plate. Cade Smith from the stretch delivers. Lang takes off. The pitch is inside. Clark pump fakes, tries to throw. Safe at second base.
And Lang, surprisingly, I don't know if you saw, he stopped about halfway there. I don't know what he was looking for, because he broke right on the pitch. Great break to second, but he slowed down midstream. Regardless, able to run in. They missed the tag, and Coach Hathaway is going to come out because he's questioning whether that tag was missed or not. He's not sure why they didn't call him out.
Let's talk into the home plate umpire. See a lot of hand signals, not sure. Coach Hathaway seems to be okay with the explanation he gets from the umpire and walks back to the dugout.
I'm still scratching my head, though, on Lang, why he stopped running or slowed down on his run there. I'm not sure what he was thinking.
Well, I think
maybe the coach was yelling at him or something. I don't know.
Luckily for him, Clark pumped like a pump fake, because I could think it caught him off guard. Otherwise, Clark throws him out by a mile.
Yep, absolutely.
Coach Ashcraft running on Clark, which this kid has a great arm behind the plate. He just got some lucky breaks, because if that's no hesitation by Lang, Clark is throwing him out by a mile, just like he did earlier today.
Well, maybe he thought he was going to try to move back to first, and that's why he pump faked. But regardless, we have a runner on second.
1 out. Cougars threatening in the top of the 5th inning, trying to even the game at 2. Noah Gray steps to the plate. The delivery. Strike 1. 1-1 count to Gray.
Well, with Lang, too, at second, he's another one of these Blue Ridge runners that has wheels. So Gray in a position here. If he can get it through the infield, looks like we'll at least have a play at the plate. If not, Blue Ridge scoring another run to tie this thing up. So a big at-bat here for Gray, Noah Gray, the second baseman for Blue Ridge.
Cade Smith is set. The pitch. And a line shot out towards center field. The center fielder catches it, throws to second base to double up Lang for out number 3. So after 4.5 complete, Sholo 2, Blue Ridge 1 on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 FM and streaming live on the internet at italk1067.com. Welcome back to Sholo High School and Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball. We are going into the bottom of the 5th inning with the Cougars leading the visiting Yellow Jackets 2-1. Coming up to bat for the Cougars will be Chandler Nicholas, who was at the plate at the end of the last inning when Blue Ridge was able to get a strike him out, throw him out, double play. So Chandler Nicholas, the sophomore, will be coming to the plate. Last inning, Lane gets doubled off at second base. It's just I don't know what happened there. Line shot to center field, and he took off for third base, and the center fielder doubled him up easy.
Yeah, well hit ball by Gray. You know, we're talking that would be a perfect opportunity for him to get an RBI, but just a little too much air underneath that hit. And good play by Garrett Means in center field to get the out, and a nice throw 2 second to get the double.
Nicholas, the batter for the Cougars. First pitch swinging. Fly ball to right field, drops in front of the right fielder. The right fielder looked like there wasn't a whole lot of...
DeAndre Johnson out there in right, you know, he made a run for it early like he was going to try to get up on it and then backed off. So it drops in front for the base hit by
Chandler Nicholas.
Sorry about that. Chandler Nicholas doing a good job on that high pitch, just taking it opposite field to get the base hit. You know, and we talked, Greg, at the top of the game on these Ace Hardware keys to the game that for the Yellow Jackets would be able to get some hits. They did a fairly good job so far of hitting the ball. They just, unfortunately, when they get runners in running position or on the base pass, they just haven't been able to get those RBIs when they need them. And on the Sholo side, we talked about one of the keys for them is just making plays in the field, and they've certainly come up pretty good on that end so far in this game, being up 2-1. So holding Blue Ridge to only 1 run so far here in 5. Or at least 4 innings of hitting for the Jackets. Is a good job by the Sholo Cougars.
Exactly. They have played defense. Coming up to the plate, Garrett Means grounds to the shortstop, who throws to third base to cut off the runner, Garrett Nicholas, who decides to go on contact for out number 2.
Yeah, that was not good base running there by hit ball to the shortstop, and he's trying to go to third. Of course, Spencer Hall, being the smart player he is, just tosses it to third after he makes the commitment to get the easy out. You got the runner at first, but when you have the choice between getting a lead runner or leaving the guy on at first, you certainly can. It's good to get that lead runner, and Spencer Hall did just that.
Sam Tate coming to the plate for the Cougars. The pitch, low for ball 1.
And Lang taking something off that pitch against Sam Tate. Tate doing a good job just holding off, recognizing that low pitch.
Nicholas was able to start the inning off with a base hit. Advanced to second on fielder's choice with a bunt by Jace Brewer, but then gets thrown out third base. The pitch to Tate, Strike one.
So Lang, again, you mentioned, Greg, earlier in the game, Lang always pitching from the stretch. He doesn't have a wind-up move. Of course, we have a runner on at first right now, but regardless, he would still be using that stretch delivery.
It looks like we had a substitution for Blue Ridge. It looks like Luke Hughes is now playing first base instead of Antonio Sanchez. Tate in the box. Lang delivers. The runner goes, the throw from Sargent, and he is out at second base. Sargent throws out another runner. So at the end of 5 complete, the Cougars 2, Yellow Jackets 1. You're listening to Show Low Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 FM and streaming live on the internet at iTalk1067.com.
There's the kick. It's a low line drive, kicked up across the 20. It's got some room with the 25, hammered down at the 30.
Are you a sports fan and business owner? You don't want to pass this up. White Mountain Youth Productions brings you local high school sports produced by high school students.
Gonna go deep, and it's caught. Unbelievable.
Your tax-deductible sponsorship keeps us up and running and gets you noticed.
And they'll gallop into the end zone.
Call 928-532-4160.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car, their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Show Low.
Welcome back to Show Low High School, and we are at the baseball field at Show Low High School for this presentation of high school baseball presented by Show Low Ford. Coach Ashcraft for the Jackets has made a change with the home plate umpire, but we won't see that change until that person comes up to bat or goes in on the defensive side. And I think what it is what we saw, because I see Hughes over there in the hole getting ready to come to the plate. So after 5 complete, the Cougars are leading the Yellow Jackets 2-1. Sam Tate was at bat to the end of the last inning when the runner got thrown out trying to steal. Start the 6th inning, we have Spencer Hall coming to the plate. Cade Smith is still on the mound, has pitched the whole game to this point. Hall looks at ball 1 high. Hall is 0 for 2 with a fly out to left and a fly out to center. Ball 2 low.
And Smith, you know, he's been effective. I mean, holding Blue Ridge to just 1 run so far is an indication of that. But on the other hand, he struggled a little bit. You know, we've seen him walk some runners. His pitch count certainly getting up there. But regardless, you know, at this level in high school, it's not like you have a real deep bench to go to or a deep bullpen. So Coach Hathaway for Show Low getting every ounce of effort and productivity he can tonight out of Cade Smith, and he's doing a good job. Ends up walking Spencer Hall there, and we've seen that from Smith in this game. He's been putting runners on, but you got to credit that Show Low defense. Of course, with just 1 run, they've been able, despite the pressure of having runners on base, of not letting many Blue Ridge guys get to home plate.
Well, as you said earlier, the Ace Hardware keys to the game was Show Low making those routine plays, and they have done a very good job today on their defensive side of the game.
And another thing that actually both teams have done well has been getting great play from their catchers. Bradley Clark for Show Low, we've seen him throw some runners out, and Dallin Sargent just ended this last inning by throwing another runner out. He's had a couple as well, so good catching play tonight for both clubs.
Hall runs, Cotto squares to bunt and fouls it off. Hall will be returned back to first base, even in the count at 1-1.
So Coach Ashcroft for Blue Ridge certainly looking for a way to get his runner, Spencer Hall, on second to get him in scoring position, being aggressive there with Cotto. So we'll see what they do here.
David Cotto steps back into the box. Cade Smith on the mound, delivers. Cotto squares to bunt and fouls off another one. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Spencer Hall is your runner at first base. Your battery still of Cade and Clark for the Cougars. And those Yellow Jacket runners are not getting as big a lead this late in the game. They've seen Clark and his arm, and they're not wanting to get picked off again.
Yeah, and he's shown, he's not bashful, is Clark, about trying to gun runners down at the plate they're at. And he just does that now, but Spencer Hall smartly runs to second on the bad throw to the first baseman, thinking that Spencer would be trying to go back to first. Spencer Hall ends up at third on that pass ball past the first baseman. So what looked like a potential out for Badley Clark shooting down Spencer at first, Spencer smartly just goes to second, ends up at third. So a good position here for the Jackets early in this inning.
So we have Cotto striking out. Hall advances to third base as the ball gets by the first baseman. Coming to the plate, number 20, Luke Hughes, who is in for Antonio Sanchez. We got outfielders calling timeout. I don't know if we had a foul ball from the JV field coming in.
That's exactly what we had. We had a ball come into the left fielder who just threw the ball back to the other field.
So we have Hughes stepping into the plate. The pitch from Cade Smith, strike one. Spencer Hall at third base, hoping to come across to tie the score at 2. We have the Cougars leading the Jackets 2-1, top of the 6th inning. 1 out, runner at third base. Smith looks at Clark, shakes him off once, twice. Gives him the okay. Here comes the pitch. Right down the middle, Luke Hughes, fly ball to the right side. Great catch by the right fielder. Spencer Hall tags on the catch by the right fielder to score to even the game at 2 apiece.
So a great play by that right fielder. You said for Show Low, Jace Brewer had a long way to run and gets there quickly. Good wheels by him. That's a big play to get the out. But then a smart running play by Blue Ridge to score from third on that catch, which was fairly deep into the outfield.
So the score is evened up at 2. Top of the 6th inning, Verdugo steps to the plate with 2 outs. Cade Smith delivers outside, ball 1. That's the most I've seen Cade shake off Bradley so far today. The signal from Clark. Smith likes it, delivers. Low in the dirt, ball 2. Verdugo has walked both times. He's come to the plate today. Clark gets the ball to Smith, who walks off the mound, takes a deep breath, gather himself, steps back on the mound. From the windup, delivers. Ball 3. Smith out there battling a little bit. Looks like he's struggling a little bit this late in the game.
He's getting into his high end of the pitch count for sure, and I don't know if that's part of it. He finds a strike there on the outside edge, the very outside edge of the plate, but his pitch count is definitely getting up there for Cade Smith.
The pitch walks Verdugo for the 3rd time today.
Yeah, missing high on that pitch, not by much, but still high enough to where it's not convincing enough for the home plate umpire, so they'll send Verdugo, who again is a real threat on the base paths for Blue Ridge.
Step into the plate for the Yellow Jackets, Steve Vitale. Looks down to Coach Ashcraft. Steps into the box. Cade Smith looks to Clark for the signal. And the pitch. Verdugo is off and running. Clark throws. High throw. Runner gets in there safe.
And again, Verdugo not even bothering to slide on that, just goes in standing up with Tate catching the ball, swinging back, but not getting the tag in time. And again, the Show Low coaches wanting to know why that's not being called out. They're not going to come out on the field, but you can see the exchange between Coach Hathaway and the home plate umpire.
I think Verdugo got that one off the pitcher this time. He was, like you said earlier, that walking lead, and he just kept going. The pitch to Vitale for a strike.
We got a very well-placed pitch that time by Smith, just catching that outside corner low this time. Great pitch, tough pitch for a hitter to get to.
So the Yellow Jackets have a runner in scoring position, Larry Verdugo at second base. Steve Vitale at the plate. Smith spins, fakes to second base, getting Verdugo to get back to second. Everybody resets. Smith sets and delivers. High and away, Verdugo decides to steal, stops, turns the other way. The throw to third base. Verdugo's caught in a rundown. Logan Barton throws to Sam Tate, who stumbles, loses his balance. Verdugo is safe at third base.
Wow. Well, they get the ball back to Cade Smith covering at third. Does Sam Tate. After stumbling, he's able to flip it. Coach Hathaway, that'll bring him out again, asking why he's safe, and the base umpire is going to say that basically that Verdugo got in underneath the tag by Smith. From our angle here, it looked closer than that, but regardless, we have a runner for Blue Ridge on third base with 2 out. So another runner in scoring position with a scored ball game, 2-2 tie.
A 2-1 count, I believe, to the batter, Vitale. Yellow Jackets threatening with the runner at third. Vitale looks at ball number 3. A breaking pitch.
And that's, as you say, a breaking pitch starts out over the middle of the plate and then just gradually breaks out. The catcher, Bradley Clark, doing a great job of framing it, but he's not going to get the call on that one.
Count is actually 2-2, not full. Strike 3. Just for the third out. So at the end of 5.5, the Cougars 2, the Yellow Jackets 2. You're listening to Show Low Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 FM and live on the internet at iTalk1067.com.
This is my town.
Sholo is football and party town, especially when you show up at Sholo Ford's Great American Tailgate event. Even if you just got your license, show up for the lowest price and longest warranty. Brand new Fords, all with our lifetime engine warranty. Not 3 years or 6, not 10 years or 100,000 miles. No way. Our warranty is forever. Come into Sholo Ford this week. Take delivery of a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle. New 2014 Ford F-150 Super Cruise, just $30,495. New 2014 Ford Focus SE, just $19,995. Or new 2014 Ford Fiestas, $13,995. Plus, every new Sholo Ford truck comes ready to tailgate with a Yeti cooler. Sholo Ford's Great American Tailgate event. It's party time at the east end of the Deuce.
Oh, this is my town.
Welcome back to Sholo High School and Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning, tied at 2. Talked about the Ace Hardware keys to the game to start this broadcast today. The Cougars, talked about them defensively. They've been playing well on the defensive side. And we talked about the Yellow Jackets needing to hit the ball. They have hit the ball, maybe not where as hard as they should, but they're getting those little bloopers to fall in. They're getting runners on base with the walks and moving runners.
Yeah, and they've had a lot of runners on base, actually, quite a few. And but you got to credit again that Sholo defense of not letting them cross the plate with many runners. Obviously, with just 2 runs here in the 6th.
So Sam Tate takes the first pitch and gets hit.
Yeah, that pitch just got away from Lang inside, obviously. Tate turns his back and gets hit. I'm not sure where, but he's talking to the first base coach, got a smile on his face. So that's always a good sign. Rub it off.
Well, Tate was at the plate at the end of last inning when the runner was caught stilling, so he comes back up to lead the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, we're going to have a mound visit here by Coach Ashcroft. He's going to talk to his pitcher, talk to his pitcher, Lang, see what's up, make sure he's okay, because it is very cold today. You know, we talked about the temperatures dropping from game time just to now here in the 6th. You can definitely feel the difference. A lot of the fans bundled up. The wind not as bad as I think folks had originally maybe projected it would be, but regardless, the temps, you know, and if you're a coach, you got to really watch out for these pitchers, especially at this high school level. They're going to leave Lang out there, though. I think he just wanted to do a courtesy check, make sure everything's okay, and they're going to stick with him here.
Well, here comes Clark to the plate. Last time lined a shot down the right field line. So Clark steps up to the plate. No outs. Tate at first base. Lang on the mound for the Yellow Jackets. Makes a pickoff attempt to first base. Wide. Tate gets back easily. Clark looks down to Coach Hathaway. Gets his signal from Coach. That open batting stance from the left side of the plate. Lang's looking for the what pitch Sargent wants. And
Nice.
the bunt by Clark to the third baseman. Oh, and the runner is out at first base, but the runner that was going from first to third gets caught and out.
And basically it turned into a foot race between Spencer Hall, who took the throw at second when they saw Sam Tate take that big turn at second. After, well, let's back up. Let's first acknowledge the well-placed bunt by the hitter, number 11.
Bradley Clark.
Bradley Clark just laid down a perfect bunt to get Sam Tate to second, but Tate just taking too big of a turn, so they throw the ball to Spencer Hall at second. It just turned into a foot race, and finally Spencer had to dive to tag Tate before he got to third, and the umpire said he did it in time. So now we go from, potentially Sam Tate at scoring position at second to no runners on after that great play by the Blue Ridge defense. And as soon as I say that, Lang will now throw a pitch to hit Logan Barton. So two hit batters not in succession, but in this inning by Lang.
All this excitement in the bottom of the sixth inning, and we have 2 outs and a runner at first base.
Yeah, a lot going on in a short time there.
Jerem Fawcett for the Cougars steps to the plate. Jerem Fawcett is playing left field today, a senior for the Cougars. Last time grounded out to second base. Lang sets the pitch outside. It never feels good to get hit, but a little bit cooler today. So
Man, on
we'll
a
have to
cold
ask those
day,
kids.
it looked like that one hit him in the back, which I guess is better than the arm or the hands or something like that. On a cold day, that can be brutal.
Lang sets the pitch. A shot out to the center field. Verdugo's under it and makes the catch for out number 3. So at the end of 6 complete, the score is tied at 2. You're listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 FM and streaming live on the internet at iTalk1067.com.
There's the kick. It's a low line drive, kicking it up across the 20. He's got some room with the 25, hammered down at the 30.
Are you a sports fan and business owner? You don't want to pass this up. White Mountain Youth Productions brings you local high school sports produced by high school students.
Gonna go deep, and it's caught. Unbelievable.
Your tax-deductible sponsorship keeps us up and running and gets you noticed.
And he'll gallop into the end zone.
Call 928-532-4160.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car, their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Sholo.
Welcome back to Sholo High School. You're watching live, streaming on the web at 1067.com and listening, if you're in the area, on the FM dial at 106.7. You're listening to high school baseball, the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets at the Sholo Cougars. Going to the top of the 7th inning, score is tied at 2 apiece. Coming to the plate for the Yellow Jackets, sophomore right fielder DeAndre Johnson. On the mound for the Cougars, Cade Smith and his battery mate, Bradley Clark.
And Smith going the distance so far for the Cougars. Starting pitcher, had his ups and downs on different innings through the game, but obviously doing enough to stay strong. He's got the confidence of Coach Hathaway as we go into the 7th here.
So Johnson attempts to bunt for a base hit on the first pitch and fouls it back.
And a bad pitch to be trying to bunt on, way up high in the zone.
And strike 2 right down the middle of the plate. He looks at it for strike 2.
Yeah, so easier said than done, obviously, but definitely pitchers count here, 0-2.
The pitch from Smith, way high. Good thing
Yeah.
Clark is a tall kid to get up there.
Yeah, Smith just reaching back that time, just throwing the heat. See if he can get the hitter to chase it. And that one, as you said, is lucky for Clark just to reach up and grab that pitch. That's how high it was.
Last at bat, Johnson popped up to the second baseman. The pitch swings, the pitch is in the dirt. Johnson is running down the line. Clark throws to first base for out number 1.
Good job by Clark. You know, he picks up that ball out of the dirt. That could have easily gotten back towards the backstop. But then the other thing he does smartly, you know, he steps to the infield side, because sometimes you'll see catchers make throws and they accidentally hit the runner, but eliminates that that possibility by making a good step into the infield side, does Clark to make the throw to first.
Macias, the DH today, steps to the plate for the Yellow Jackets. Smith delivers pitch number 1, a breaking ball. Great pitch for strike number 1.
Yeah, and I think that pitch fooled Macias. He could see it coming. It looked like he was going to turn on it, but then once it broke, he backed out, but he'll get the called strike.
Macias sees pitch number 2, swings at a pitch that's low and misses for strike 2.
So a good combination of pitches there by Smith. Starts with the breaking ball, then comes back hard with that low fastball. So again, you know, pitchers count 0-2 like we saw in the previous batter. So a good position for Cade Smith here.
Smith shakes off Clark about 4 or 5 times, delivers a slow curveball. Macias swings and misses for strike 3, 2 down.
So a good job by Cade Smith on both hitters in 1-2 succession, taking him down, which is big here in the 7th inning with the tie ball game. He's trying to get his club back on the batting side of the equation to try to finish this game off.
We got time on the field, another foul ball from the JV game. You never know with kids at any level, but last inning, Smith seems to be struggling on the mound. Comes back in the 7th after throwing who knows how many pitches. And just
his pitch count is way up there, but this is by far his best inning of the game.
The leadoff hitter for the Jackets, Tyler Lang, comes to the plate, sees ball 1.
So he starts off with that low, hard fastball. That one just missing. Lang, of course, the leadoff hitter. There's no mistake for him being up at the leadoff. He's a smart hitter.
Comes back with a changeup and watches it go down the middle, does Lang, for strike 1.
Yeah, that pitch coming back up high into the zone by Smith. So he's doing a good job as Smith changing his pitches up, using that entire strike zone.
Delivers again, strike 2 to Lang. This time low and away.
Yeah, a little bit outside. Not throwing it fat over the middle of the plate.
Might not have the velocity he had earlier, but he is moving the ball around, putting it in great spots, and batters just don't seem to be picking it up very well. The pitch, Lang strikes out for out number 3. Smith strikes out the side in the top of the 7th. So at the end of 6.5, the score is tied 2-2. We'll be right back with Show Low Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 FM and streaming live on the internet at iTalk1067.com.
This is my town.
Show Low is football and party town, especially when you show up at Show Low Ford's Great American Tailgate event. Even if you just got your license, show up for the lowest price and longest warranty. Brand new Fords, all with our lifetime engine warranty. Not 3 years or 6, not 10 years or 100,000 miles. No way. Our warranty is forever. Come into Show Low Ford this week. Take delivery of a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle. New 2014 Ford F-150 Super Cruise, just $30,495. New 2014 Ford Focus SE, just $19,995. Or new 2014 Ford Fiestas, $13,995. Plus, every new Show Low Ford truck comes ready to tailgate with a Yeti cooler. Show Low Ford's Great American Tailgate event. It's party time at the east end of the Deuce.
Oh, this is my town.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Show Low High School. You're watching live on the web at iTalk1067.com or listening on the radio at 106.7 FM. Going to the bottom of the 7th inning, the score is tied 2-2. Tyler Lang on the mound for the Yellow Jackets, who has thrown 54 pitches at this point. On the other end, we have Cade Smith for the Cougars, who has thrown 116 pitches.
Yeah, his count easily doubled that of Lang. But as you know, as we mentioned in that last inning, that was probably Cade Smith's best inning pitching-wise, putting the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets down 1-2-3.
So Dustin Gaskell steps to the plate in the bottom of the 7th to lead off for the Cougars. Second pitch, lines it to center field. Verdugo comes charging in and makes the catch in short center field for out number 1.
Well, a well-hit ball. You know, he gets that high fastball and just drives it right over the middle of right over second base. But Verdugo, who plays pretty deep, not super deep, but fairly deep, but he has good wheels out there in center field, able to run in easily and get that first out.
So with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th and the score tied at 2, the first baseman, a senior, Nick Reedhead, steps to the plate for the Cougars. Sees ball 1 from Tyler Lang. Tyler Lang has thrown the entire game at this point for the Yellow Jackets. His battery mate today, Dallin Sargent. Both these kids behind the plate today. Clark for the Cougars, Sargent for the Yellow Jackets. Those boys are doing an excellent job cutting runners down today.
Outstanding job being aggressive on their throws and being fearless. Both of them shooting down runners trying to steal second, but also getting runners with big leads off of first base, and I think even one on third base at one point.
Reedhead sees ball 3 low and in. So Tyler Lang comes back with 2 pitches, gets a line out for the first out, and then starts off his second hitter with 3 straight balls. Nick Reedhead is the batter for the Cougars. The pitch. And he walks on 4 straight pitches, so Lang walks Reedhead with 1 out. Coming to the plate is the DH for the Cougars, a sophomore, number 12, Chandler Nicholas. Coach Jeff McNeil talking down to Reedhead at first base. You got to make sure he doesn't get doubled up out there.
The other thing is, earlier we were seeing Sholo warming up a pitcher for Cade Smith just in case, but for the Blue Ridge side, they've not even warmed anyone up that I've noticed. So they're going to stick with Lane. Of course, Lane's pitch count not nearly as high as Cade Smith. Actually, almost half, or under half of what Cade Smith has thrown. But we're at a critical juncture clearly in this ball game. Blue Ridge is going to elect to stick with Lang here.
So Lang has thrown 6 straight balls. Chandler Nicholas at the plate with a 2-0 count. Nick Reedhead at first base. Bottom of the 7th inning, 1 out. The score tied at 2. Lang sets, delivers to Nicholas. Strike 1.
And Lang, again, just using that pitch to find the strike zone with Nicholas taking the whole way.
So the Cougars trying to pick up this win in the bottom of the 7th inning. The pitch from Lang. Ball 3 to Nicholas. We had a 3-1 count. Nick Reedhead at first base. The score tied at 2 in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Well, Lang's behind in the count, but he's obviously trying to keep his pitches low here with the runner on first. Tie ball game. He doesn't want any big hits coming here.
Foul ball, straight back.
That was a big fastball right over the middle of the plate, up higher, and Nicholas kind of kicking himself. I think he wanted that one. Ends up fouling it off. So we'll go to full count here with a runner on first.
Lang sets, delivers to Nicholas, inside for ball 4. So
I'm sorry, that pitch there from Lang came close to hitting Nicholas. Nicholas jumping out of the way, obviously. But Coach Ashcraft here is going to make a change. Looks like he's going to come back out to the mound.
Well, it looks like while he's talking to Lang, you see Noah Gray on the mound kind of prepping as if he was going to pitch, digging out the hole that's good for him, but we're not sure. Ashcraft talking to Lang. In the meantime, you got a congregation over at third base talking to Coach Hathaway, runners, batters, on deck.
He's going to stick with him. They had a little conversation between Ashcraft and Lang, and I think he was just making sure, one, that his arm was okay, but two, that he needed him to be throwing strikes here. You don't want to get runners on in this 7th inning with the tied ball game, only 1 out.
So the Cougars couldn't ask for much better. They have runners at first and second, 1 out. Their leadoff hitter, Jace Brewer, who is 2 for 2 with the sacrifice today, coming to the plate. The pitch, that's going to be a balk. The pitcher started. The catcher asked for timeout. Was not granted by the umpire. The pitcher stopped his motion, so we have a balk on the pitcher, moving the runners to second and third.
Yeah, we can see Sargent raise his hand, push it out to call timeout, but that's exactly right, Greg. Conversation between the plate ump and the catcher saying, I didn't call time, so he's got to throw the ball, which he did not. So now we have second and third for Show Low. Really, they need a base hit here.
The pitch from Lang, and Brewer looks at ball one. We got one out, so do you walk Brewer in this situation, punt, who's been doing well, and go to Means, who has not hit the ball so hard today? Or?
Well, Burge is bringing their infield in, certainly, and we'll see. They're going to call timeout again.
And they're going to walk him.
Yeah, they're going to load the bases to bring up
Garrett Means, who has hit it back to the pitcher twice and a fielder's choice last time. He's hit it to the pitcher 3 times, or to the right side of the field 3 times. So Means coming to the plate, bases loaded, 2-2, bottom of the 7th, a pitch. Ball 1 in the dirt. Great stop by Sargent.
Well, Blue Ridge bringing their infield in. They're all on the grass, at the front edge of the grass. So we'll see what Coach Hathaway is going to do here with his hitter, whether he's going to let him hit away and try to punch something through or drop something down.
The pitch, Means swings, a fly ball to left field. It should be deep enough.
Yep.
Lightel's underneath catch. The runner tags from third. Here comes the throw home. And the Cougars win in the bottom of the 7th, 3-2 on a sac fly to left field by Garrett Means.
Great piece of hitting by Garrett Means. He just, that high fastball right over the middle of the plate, just drives it out into left. And as you say, deep enough, despite the catch and throw, hits the cutoff, but a deep enough hit to be able to score that runner from third base. So a good job by Sholo today, just staying tough. And a good piece of pitching by Cade Smith. His pitch count got up there, but he battled hard and finished strong for the Cougars to be able to pull away the victory today.
So a great game by both teams. Sholo Cougars win it today 3-2. We'll be back shortly with Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 FM and streaming live on the internet at iTalk1067.com.
There's the kick. It's a low line drive, kicked up across the 20. It's got some room with the 25, hammered down at the 30.
Are you a sports fan and business owner? You don't want to pass this up. White Mountain Youth Productions brings you local high school sports produced by high school students.
Gonna go deep, and it's caught. Unbelievable.
Your tax-deductible sponsorship keeps us up and running and gets you noticed.
And he'll gallop into the end zone.
Call 928-532-4160.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car? Their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Sholo.
Sholo High School and today's presentation of high school baseball by Sholo Ford. Today we saw a great ball game played between the home team Sholo Cougars and the visitors of Blue Ridge. Sholo ended up winning the game today 3-2 on a great at bat by Garrett Means to finish the ball game. Punt.
Gets the big RBI. You have bases loaded. Of course, Blue Ridge walking Jace Brewer to load the bases, given Brewer's performance today from the from the plate. You know, he got a couple of key hits, I think maybe one RBI in there somewhere. So smartly, Coach Ashcraft for Blue Ridge puts him on first to load the bases, putting a little bit of pressure on Garrett Means, but he comes through big, gets that high fastball over the middle of the plates, drives it out into left field deep enough to score the runner at third. So a great piece of hitting by Garrett Means to finish off the game today for the Cougars. And, you know, we talked also about the great performance, pitching performance from Cade Smith, the starter for the Cougars today. We saw him get a little choppy in the middle innings. A little bit of a rough start, I guess you could say it. Not brutally rough, but Blue Ridge able to get runners on in those early innings. Credit that Show Low defense, though, for not letting them cross the plate very often. But a great performance by Cade Smith, and actually his last inning, probably his strongest inning to finish up for the Cougars. So a great outing by him today.
Yeah, Cade did an excellent job. We talked about the keys to the game earlier. Show Low did play defense like they needed to. Blue Ridge was able to get lots of runners on base. They moved runners around. So I think that's an improvement for both these teams going forward, looking towards the playoff situation.
Yeah, I think maybe the one thing that Blue Ridge is going to look at today about today's game is they were able to get runners on, but you know they were just kind of lacking those key hits at the right time to move those runners in scoring position around to get more runs on. They end up with 2 runs today, which is on the low side for them. I'm sure they were feeling like, you know, given the number of runners they left on today, they probably should have gotten a few more runs, but you can't fault them too much. I mean, they were able to hit the ball today fairly effectively. Of course, just not enough to be able to pull the game away with just those 2 runs. But again, I think you got to credit that Show Low defense. They did a great job today.
Yeah, I think so. And both teams going towards the playoffs, I think that's going to be a good confidence builder for the Cougars. The Yellow Jackets going to have to rebuild and work towards not dropping any further in the playoffs. But, you know, we'll be back shortly. We'll cover the player of the game for today. But before we leave, folks, we'd like to remind you to check out Sunrise Park Resort for great summer events coming in May. Scenic lift rides, downhill mountain biking, hunting, fishing, and more. Go to sunriseskipark.com for more details. And we'll be back shortly on Show Low Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 FM and streaming live on the internet at italk1067.com.
And there's the kick. It's a low line drive, kicked up across the 20. He's got some room with the 25, hammered down a 30.
Are you a sports fan and business owner? You don't want to pass this up. White Mountain Youth Productions brings you local high school sports produced by high school students.
Gonna go deep, and it's caught. Unbelievable.
Your tax-deductible sponsorship keeps us up and running and gets you noticed.
And he'll gallop into the end zone.
Call 928-532-4160.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car, their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Show Low.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great day here at Show Low High School watching Show Low Ford's presentation of high school baseball. Again, the Cougars have defeated the visiting Yellow Jackets 3-2. And real quick, Punt, we'll go over the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Shop Player of the Game. The Player of the Game is brought to you by Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports. For the best selection of hiking, hunting, fishing, camping gear on the mountain, go to Honda Ski and Sports Store south of Pinetop on Highway 260. So we've had a few candidates today talking about our catchers throwing out runners, kids hitting the ball, such as Jace Brewer. But after talking about it, I think we have decided on our selection.
Yeah, well, you know, another one I would give a shout-out to is Garrett Means with the big RBI, game-winner RBI on that last at-bat. You know, kind of a pressure situation there for him, and he comes up big, driving that ball deep into the outfield to get the big winning run to cross on in the 7th inning. They go full 7 innings to get that winning run. But, you know, so there's a lot of highlights today from the Show Low Cougars, certainly. And you know, we don't want to take away anything from the Blue Ridge side, obviously. But I think it's hard to look past the pitching performance today of Cade Smith. You know, the starter, we saw him maybe struggle a little bit in those middle innings, and we even saw Coach Hathaway talk with them and get some guys up and warm them up. Looked like he might make a change there kind of midway through the game, but he stuck with them. And you got to credit Cade. He finished very strong. I felt, his last couple of innings were probably his strongest innings of the game. He put down the Yellow Jackets, I think, in that 6th inning, put them down 1-2-3 on the strikeouts. Ends up today with a total of 7 strikeouts and 7 walks. But those strikeouts, when he got them, were in big situations. Never really got frazzled, in those late innings, and just kept performing and doing a great job for the Cougars. So, I think he's certainly well-deserving today of player of the game as Cade Smith, the starting pitcher for the Show Low Cougars.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Punt. Cade battled out there. He had a couple of innings where he threw a lot of pitches. It looked like he was going to get pulled from the game possibly. Coach Hathaway came and gave him whatever the talk was, but it worked.
Yep. And
Smith
he
settled down and shut down the Jackets at the end of the game.
He had a good combo going with his catcher, Bradley Clark, today. And Bradley, let's not forget to mention him. He did a great job behind the plate, picking up some loose pitches, keeping runners from moving around. And also we saw him shoot down a couple of Blue Ridge runners. Blue Ridge is not bashful about running the bases. And, kudos to Bradley Clark certainly. But, his battery mate, Cade Smith, on the mound today, I think just an outstanding performance, something that they certainly needed to pull away the victory today. So he's certainly well-deserving of player of the game.
Yes, he is. And, again, we'd like to thank Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store for the player of the game today. Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports, the best selection of hiking, hunting, fishing, camping gear on the mountain. If you'd like to go visit them, they are at Highway 260 just south of Pine Top on your way to the casino. You're listening to Show Low Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk1067.com and streaming live on the internet at iTalk1067.com.